Let me make sure I've got this all set up good so you can see it. I think it's kind of there. That's good. Hi, guys. Happy Wednesday. Yes, it's Wednesday. It's so easy to get lost in the summertime. I'm just working on my new book, and I'm working on this project, and I'm working on the yoga school, and just enjoying my summer, really. My fitness, healing my back. Like, I haven't even talked to you guys about that, but my back is giving me issues. I don't know what it is. I'm going to the doctor tomorrow after the live, and going to check it out, hopefully get an x-ray and then an MRI to see what's going on in my back, hip area. When I was really little, I broke my back sledding. And I'm just hoping that it's not kind of residual effects from that. So tomorrow I'm going to go get that checked out. But I have a program out there called Broken Back to Six Pack. And it's really all about like what I had to do to heal myself, to live with a strong back and to have a strong core to protect my back. So that program is, hands down one of the best programs that I've created, because it helps people with bad back issues, hip and pelvis issues. Like, really, if you have a bad back, or if you've had a bad back, or you've thrown your back out, you know what I'm talking about. It's the worst pain ever. And you know what? Honestly, it's not a joke, because this is the kind of stuff that gets people addicted to opioids, back pain, because it affects every area of your life. It's no joke. So there are things you can do. Having a strong core is the number one thing you can do, is have a strong core to protect your back. This is above and beyond anything else. So really doing exercises that build a strong core. And that's what my Broken Back to Six Pack program is all about. So that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about today, taking your power back. And you know what, you guys, I'm really fired up this morning. I have been really just kind of thinking, just life is playing out always, right? So this morning, a recent conversation I had with a friend popped into my mind, because this person was mentioning how, a beautiful woman is going to have men always friend requesting her or messaging her. And it's true. Private messaging her. And I was thinking about it. I was like, you know what, those people though, like when they come, I don't know them. I don't even accept friend requests of people that I don't know. Well, that's not true. That's totally not true. I have to say, if we have like a lot of mutual friends, or we're in the same industry, I probably will accept them. And if I feel like they are adding value to this world by being in the same industry as me, being of value to this world, I do accept them. However, there's a lot of people you can just tell that just want to be friends with you, and for no other reason than they want to be friends, or they're a fan per se, or they're just gawking is what I like to call it. And, I said to my friend, I was like, yeah, but you know what? I really truly believe in a romantic, intimate partnership. That's the key word there, partnership, that as long as you're becoming your best you, and you are adding value to your relationship, and you're not judging or being insecure about those other people, as long as you're doing you and you're adding value to your relationship, you don't have to worry about other people, in my opinion. And I really don't believe you do. But today we're going to talk about this in a different way, in a way that really brings that non-attachment aspect. And I talked about that a couple of days ago in the Path of Yoga, that we are humans. We're going to get attached. We're going to get attached to other people. But you also have to have an element of non-attachment to everything, whether it is your children, whether it is your partner, whether it is money, whether it is your home, your car, your body, your health. You have to have an element of non-attachment. Otherwise, it could rock your world and destroy you, literally destroy you, if you don't really get this concept today. So today's about taking your power back. And we've all been there, where we've had relationships rock us to our core, make us feel like we're not enough, we're not good enough, we don't add enough value. I hear something outside, and I have my blinds closed, so it's very distracting. I don't know what that is. Hold on. What the heck is that? I have no idea what that is. No clue. I have no idea. I can't see it from my house. So anyways, what is it? Can you hear it? It's crazy. It's loud. Okay, so let's go ahead and get moving. So listen, if you don't have this workbook, you need to get it, because there are worksheets in the workbook for this week that I want you to fill out. But today I'm going to talk about this. So let's dive in. This is something to really think about in terms of like taking your power back. Where have you lost it? Where have you given your power away in the past? A lot of the times it's relationships. It's love-based, it's romantic relationships, it's people losing themselves in a relationship. And I've done it. I know that I honestly think it's one of the things that, okay, in the book Eat, Pray, Love, Elizabeth Gilbert is like really, really trying to not lose her identity because she's done it before in a romantic relationship. And this guru, this like spiritual guru, says to her, it's okay to lose it for love. And so it kind of gives her that permission to like abandon herself to a degree to that love and to that relationship. But there has to be, hold on. What in the heck? It's a trash truck. Like they spent a little long on that, whoever's house they were trying to get trash from. I couldn't see it because it's like not my trash day, so it's somebody else's. Anyways, so there is this concept, you know, that when you do lose yourself in love, like you can become too codependent. Man, forever I was like researching love and relationships, and I've probably done more studies on relationships than anybody who's actually in a relationship, because I didn't grow up with that mom-dad dynamic. So it was always like, how do I do this effectively? I want to know how to do it effectively. And what I see from an outsider perspective is most of the time it's not being done effectively. It's not being done right. People are not happy. They're cheating on each other. They're lying to each other. And then you see some that seem like they've got it together. And those are the ones that I look to for my guidance, the ones that really do put God first. And those are the ones that I look to for my guidance. And, you know, it's really important to look at the value systems of the people that look like, because you never know, right? Look like they've got it together, look like they've got a strong partnership. And honestly, from what I know from a lot of my good friends who have been married for 15 years, I look at their relationship and they talk about things like having those tough conversations, having the striving after their own goals, and really becoming the best version of themselves that they can be, bringing the best partner to that relationship. And I think a lot of the times we have these expectations of having somebody else serve us or do things for us, and we're not the ones bringing our best self to that relationship. We're kind of like dependent on another person's, we have expectations of other people, and it's really important to know yourself. And everything that I've talked about so far, meditation, self-awareness, understanding who you are and what you bring to a dynamic, any dynamic, whether it's a romantic partnership or a work environment. Who are you? How do you show up for those relationships? Whether it's work or love or even being a really good parent, like what are the things that you bring and what are your expectations of other people? And it's not that it's bad to have expectations of other people. Actually, you should have extremely high expectations of yourself and of the people that you spend time with, but not in terms of being judgmental towards them, okay? So first of all, let's just dive in. I want to talk first about the workbook for those of you who have done the workbook. This is take your power back. And really the first thing is to really start to understand your personal limiting beliefs. Maybe you feel like you can't have something because it's just never worked out for you. And that is the story that you keep repeating. And until you really learn that there is a story you're pouring water into and growing, you're not going to really wake up to the fact that things can change for you. Okay, anything is possible. If something is possible, let's talk about love. If a really good love relationship, intimate partnership is good for some people, then it can work for you too. If there are some people in this world that can make a business idea, like Jeff Bezos, Amazon, if his idea can become what it is, then your idea can too. You just got to do the right things to get you there. You got to have the belief, and you've got to do the right steps to get you there. What you can't do is pour water on the negative story and blame, justify, or complain your way to that victory line, because you'll never get there, ever. Okay? So what I want you to do today is go to the workbook and write down that story that you need to change. Maybe you have believed for so long that you cannot have a relationship, or you can't be an independently successful woman in the world. Maybe you have this story of like, oh, it just runs in my family, I'm never going to be healthy. Well, guess what? There's a very big, huge spiritual principle that is everything, that your words become reality. This is spiritual. This whole life is spiritual. And what you speak into existence, you create out in the world. So if you don't want something to become a reality for you, don't give life to it by giving your words to it. Okay? So I want you to just get aware of what your stories are. What are those limiting beliefs? It's time to really learn what you're saying, because sometimes you might not even know that you're repeating a story. You really truly have a belief system that believes you can't have something because maybe you feel like you're not worth it. You're not enough for it. You're not big enough, tall enough, smart enough to have these things, So it's just a story. You can tell a new story, but it's not just telling the new story, it's aligning to it. It's believing in it. It's feeling the energy of that new reality and pouring yourself into what makes you feel that way. And I'm going to say this again. I've said it in a lot of these videos. Your feelings, your emotions, a lot of people think that those are just really fickle and they don't matter. Oh, they matter. Because when you don't feel good, you're totally not aligned to the truth of who you are and the greatness of who you are and what you can do. Okay? When you're feeling crummy, you are telling the wrong stories. Not that you might be, you absolutely are telling the wrong story, because your higher self believes in your greatness, believes in your value, believes that you alone and your ideas are enough. Regardless of what your partner thinks, your kids thinks, anybody that you tell that dream to who gets the privilege to hear that dream of yours, you're the one who has to believe in it. You. Number one is know your value. This is number one today. So write down what you think you cannot have, and it's time to really change the story. And your belief may be so strong, it's such an anchor to the past, that it's time for you to change that story. Okay? And you got to find the new story that you're going to start speaking. Okay? Like, for example, it's easy to say that I get nervous when I speak. No, I thrive. When I've got something to say and I know that it's going to support the hearts and the souls of the people listening, I can focus, I can shine that spotlight on one of those two angles. Over here that says, I am nervous, I get nervous, what if I mess up? That makes it all about me. But my message is so strong that I need to shine the spotlight on thriving and being passionate, because the message that I'm speaking is important and it's going to add value to people's lives. And it's not about me, it's about the message. Okay, so whatever story I pour my energy into is what is going to grow. It's what reality is going to happen. All right, so really understanding the story and what you're pouring energy into is critical. Number 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, like in my workbook, this is number 4, I believe. You got to know your tribe, your people, I call them your power posse. Who are they? Who are the people in your life that are supporting you, that get the privilege to hear your dreams that are on your heart? Okay, because not everybody deserves to get that level of depth from you. They just don't. There's going to be 3 to 5 people who will believe in you and like really be that close to you to really like want to support you. Everyone else is just an acquaintance, and maybe you're lucky to have a bigger power posse than that, but realistically it's usually 3 to 5 people. Okay, so who are your people? And I want to say this, your people, it very well might change over the years, because you might have people now or in the past, like think about it, who are some of the people that you opened up to that maybe ended up manipulating you in some way, or throwing it in your face that you had that dream. Those people are probably no longer in your life, and honestly that's a good thing, because there was something to learn both ways by both people. And I know that sometimes is the hardest, because I want to believe in people and I want to believe the best and believe that only love is real, this very spiritual principle that only love is real and only love is what creates. But there's dark energy and there's darkness that actually exists in this world. And it's important to protect yourself and protect your ideas and protect your energy always, and only open up to people that deserve it. Okay, so now I just want to talk today about these 3 things, okay? These 4 things about taking your power back and really understanding that it's up to you. So back to that thing that I was talking about, like early on, that conversation I was having with one of my friends. I was like, you know what? Yes, men are going to be messaging your woman. Yes, it's going to happen. But if you are pouring yourself and you are watering your own grass, then guess what? Your dynamic, your intimacy with this person is going to grow, and nothing else can touch that. If you really truly understand women and intimacy, what you will understand is that she won't be open to letting that in if this dynamic is strong enough, and this dynamic is if both of you are pouring in and there's something growing here with the 2 of you. But if there's missing pieces, or there's no trust, or maybe you don't believe in her ideas and you shut her ideas down and you don't listen, or you're too consumed in work, or women, you're too concerned with the kids and you're not giving your husband time anymore in intimate relationships, like having date nights, dressing up for him, caring about how you look. All of these things matter both ways. Okay, so this is for that. Now let's talk about not even being in a relationship. Let's talk about for the people who've been hurt by somebody else, who you've given your power to. You've given them the opportunity to help you, make you feel like you're enough or not enough. Maybe you feel a little bit ashamed because you fell too much in love with them. Like you feel naive maybe because you gave yourself too much to this person, to this relationship, and you ended up getting hurt. And so A, you're mad at yourself, and B, you're heartbroken because of that. And so what has to happen is growth and understanding and self-awareness. Like, where did you give too much power away for someone else to tell you who you are and to make you into something, okay? To make that partnership all of you, right? To make you feel like a part of something. And because you're no longer a part of something, you feel less than. It's not the case, okay? Because you, intrinsically, you have massive value in this world, because I believe that God lives in you as you, that you are a part of God. Our oneness, our unity with God is so strong, and that you are here to make an impact. And it's not about relationships. It is, but it's not about one singular relationship. It is about value. It is about you knowing your value as a spiritual being in this world, and knowing that your words matter, your life experiences matter, your love matters, not just directed at one person, but directed at 20,000 people, 1,000,000 people, the whole world. That's what counts. All right. We are the ones who make one special relationship the idol of everything. We're the ones who do that. And the more you do that, the more you lift up this singular dynamic, the more that ivory tower has the ability to crumble. And it doesn't make it like, this is what we do, you know, like I truly believe there is also a spiritual principle in marriage, in partnership. But the truth is, those things need to be understood by both people. It really, both of those people need to have that same value system, that marriage matters, that partnership matters, that it is my responsibility just as much as it is your responsibility to pour into this relationship and to add value to it, not to come to take, but to add value, and to have a common mission that you're going for, because that's what the energy gets behind. Energy gets behind where the momentum is, no matter what it is, no matter what you're pouring your attention into, is where your momentum is going. It's always going to be that way. Now, you know, like single people, we've got this responsibility to protect ourselves, especially in today's environment. You got to have boundaries. You got to have your own value system. You got to have your own mission. And you got to be so freaking focused on that mission and on your values, your high standards, your schedule, that all of the miscellaneous distractions don't pull you away from your values and your mission. It's like, you've got to have that. So if you've given your power away to someone else to make you feel like you're enough, it's time to take that back. And how are we going to do that? You got to know you're valuable. You got to start telling that story every single morning. Like, today's a new day. I am valuable. I add value to this world. And then guess what? Go do it. Go do it. Go add value. Go work out. Go take care of your body. Go put a smile on. Go be the one that puts the smile on your own face, because you're taking care of you. You're not expecting other people to take care of you. You're doing it. And that alone, you got to remember that you are the singular godly being here to be that lighthouse. Okay, if you enter into a partnership with someone else, great. If you don't, it doesn't matter. Some of the greatest spiritual teachers were never married. Jesus wasn't married. And honestly, Jesus had what was it, 12 disciples? He didn't have millions of followers. He had 12. And then he was killed because he had a powerful message. Like, have a message, have a mission, and don't care what other people think, because it's not their opinion that matters. It is about living within your own soul's truth and having integrity with your soul and with this understanding of God and what God wants for you in your life and what you're here for. Okay, it's not that you're only here to have a partnership because that's going all in that one place, and guess what? That's called losing yourself. That's not what you're here for. You may be here to have that, but you're also here to support and help other souls who need to understand their spiritual value on this planet. Okay, number 2 is knowing this, knowing it. Knowing you're valuable. So when you get those negative thoughts that tell you you're not good enough, you're not enough, that person will never like me, Those you have to think are from the dark side. If you want to call it the devil, fine. I don't really. It's just I just call it like they're just negative thoughts to me. So you've got to understand that those negative thoughts are self-sabotaging and they will add no value to your life. I want you to think about it this way. When you have a thought that feels bad, it is totally not a thought that your higher self is thinking. It's not. That's where the disconnect comes from. That is where that discord comes from. When you think something that makes you feel bad, it's wrong. It's a wrong thought. Okay? It's not from your higher self. It's not. It's actually creating discord between you and other people, or you and yourself. You're here to believe and pour life into yourself and into others. Pour life into. Let your words be the things that pour life into others. Okay, number 3, I want you to think of yourself as an overcomer, as you are a person who overcomes those negative thoughts. You are a person who overcomes the patterns of your family. You are the person where that link in the chain breaks. You are an overcomer of heartbreak. You're bigger than that. You're bigger than what you tell yourself is that you've got bad genes and you're never going to be fit, or you've got diabetes and you're never going to be healthy. No, this is you. This is your choice. You choose what you eat. You choose it. So, in some birth-given effects like autoimmune disorders, there's still ways to help them. It is proven that our genes can be changed. It is proven. Okay, so environment changes it, what we eat changes it, and even our thoughts change it. Okay, now number 4, I already talked about this, is tribe. Who are you surrounding yourself with? I deliberately choose my people. And honestly, sometimes I've chosen wrong. And those have rocked my world. And it's going to happen. Marriages and people end up getting divorced. Like, you may choose someone and totally believe in them and allow them into your inner world, and they may you both might change. Like, you can't just blame one person. But you do got to have people in your life that you trust and that you can talk to. And sometimes even those people can be people who you have hired. Maybe it's therapists, maybe it's a coach, maybe it's a personal trainer, maybe it is a hairdresser. Like, you've got to have people that you can talk to and that you can share your stuff with. Not everybody deserves everything, and only a few people really deserve to be in your life and to work one-on-one with you. I said this early on in one of the first videos, is be careful with yourself. Understand your value as a human being. Don't go, a perfect example of this is like, let's say like there's a supermodel. I think you'll get this. Let's say there's a supermodel who like doesn't believe in their value, and so they kind of like will get into relationships with somebody who's like idolizes them. Well, that dynamic like is going to ruin the other person when that supermodel goes on to the next one. Like, it's going to ruin that person, that raving fan. It's going to ruin them. And it's sad. Okay, so understand your value and don't give yourself away. Okay, you're valuable. If you know this, then you're not going to discount yourself and give yourself away to people who don't deserve you, your time, your energy, and whatever else that is. So I want to go back. I'm going to back up. You have to do you. You have to make yourself the valuable one. You're the one who has to know you're enough, because guess what? Not everybody's going to think you're enough. Not everybody's going to think the money you have in the bank is enough for them. Not everybody is going to think that you're tall enough, nice enough, good looking enough. They're going to even judge you. They're going to judge you for your past life experiences. They're going to judge you that you're a single mom. They're going to judge you that you're a blue collar worker. They're going to judge you that you've been divorced. They're going to judge you. People are going to judge you. So when you own who you are and your own value, that's when you become the creator of your life. And what other people are doing has no value or impact on you, because you know who you are, you know what you're here to do, and you're gonna do it. Yeah, sometimes it might sting when you're judged and people do that kind of stuff with you, but it's not gonna break you down. It's not gonna ruin your life. It's not gonna completely take you out of this game, because you know who you are and you've got the value and you're adding it. It's up to you. All right, you guys. So I hope you loved today. 30 minutes came really, really fast. Tomorrow we are talking about, what are we talking about tomorrow? We are talking about setting yourself up to win. I talked about that last week, but no, it's more about visualizing tomorrow. So we're going to talk about that. And honestly, this is probably one of the most powerful tools that you can learn how to use in your own life. And we're going to talk about that. I'm excited. I use it every single day, and I'm excited to share that with you. It's a very spiritual principle. It's we do it in the path of yoga, in the later parts of the path of yoga, beyond meditation. So I'm excited to share that with you tomorrow. And you guys, thank you so much for being here. Oh, hey, do me a favor. You guys, this community is growing, and it's growing because you're here and you're sharing with other people. And this message, this concept of really owning who you are in this world needs to be shared. I need you to hit share on this video. Don't be selfish. Don't just watch it and not share it. Like, share this with other people. Invite them in to watch this, to join this book club, and to see this. This isn't even about me. Yes, I'm launching a school, but you got to be in my town to be able to do the school. So you lose nothing by sharing this. Figure Fit is doing a 90-day transformation. You can sign up or not if you don't want to. I would love it if you did and you want to work on your health and fitness habits, but that's not what this is here for. Literally, I'm spending 30 minutes, 5 days a week for this whole month, 5, 10, 15, 20 days, 30 minutes a day, pouring into this book club. And all I ask is that you hit share and help me grow this community. Help me spread this message, because you know what? I am in my 40s. I am 41. I am not new to this. I've been an entrepreneur for 18 years, since I was, since I was 18. So it's over 15 years. I've worked in the corporate world. I've started a business. I ran that business for 8.5 years. I started another business when I had that business. I'm currently the CEO of that business, which is called Figure Fit. I started a yoga school. I've been in and out of, I've had relationships. I'm a single mom. Like, I am now a coach, and a life coach, a health and wellness expert coach to people. And I'm just here to help guide people through the things that I've learned not to do, and the things that have really rocked me to my core. If I could go back and talk to the younger me, I would do it. And there'd be things I'd tell her, like, oh my God, instead of writing that check to build out a yoga studio inside somebody else's building, find your own space. That'd be one of the lessons in a business lesson. Another thing is, don't lose yourself in relationships. Don't allow somebody else to hold that value over your head to make you feel like you're unworthy. Like, don't give someone that much power. Money issues. Like, don't spend that much money on a website. Just things like that. And health and fitness, my God, like that comes easy to me. So I can talk about that like at the kitchen table with anybody. It's easy to me. That's why I have an online fitness program, because it really isn't that hard. The harder stuff is getting over those things that make you feel like you're unworthy, because you can get the money and then you can sabotage yourself. You can get the relationship with the most perfect person, but then you are the one that sabotages it because you don't feel like you're enough. So you got to feel like you're enough. And how do you do that? You do you. You build you. You create yourself into a valuable person that you know you're valuable, regardless of anybody else's opinion of you. You get it. You know your value. And if someone else doesn't see it, then guess what? That's on them. They probably haven't done the work yet. All right? That's what I'm here to help you with. And you guys, people need this. So share it. All right. So like, honestly, that last rant was probably the best one of this whole thing. It is up to you. It really is up to you to do you, to make you valuable in this marketplace. The people who are doing anything significant are adding value to other people's lives. So you guys, I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. And I am so grateful for you. I've got a name to draw, and I'm going to do it on Friday for the 90-day transformation. So that's literally the day before it launches. So I'm giving away access to the 90-day transformation with Figure Fit to people, the person who shares these the most, tags their friends, uses on Instagram the hashtag Happy Healthy Fit Book Club. On Facebook, if you share this on Instagram, hashtag, talk about what you're learning in this book club and share it all month long. I'm going to be doing giveaways. The 90-day transformation starts June 15th. So if you were interested in transforming your habits, getting a personal trainer, learning some stress management techniques, we have personal training workouts in the 90-day transformation, nutrition coaching, meditations, recipes and nutrition coaching, and yoga videos, and live coaching with me in our member-only private group page. So you can ask any questions in that page, and I support you. Other than that, private coaching with me is about $2,500 a month. So this gets you into that program for $197 for 90 days. It's perfect. There's been some serious transformations in that program. You can go to the figurefitlife.com and click on the 90-day page. You can see some of those transformational photos. These are real people, and they're still there. And actually, they're a part of the Figure Fit community. They're ambassadors of the Figure Fit program, spokesmodels, and they love Figure Fit because it changed their life. And I want you to be next. I want you to be after photo. I want you to become the one who knows you're worthy and valuable to chase your dreams and to chase your vision and the goals on your heart. It is up to you. And when you sabotage yourself because you don't feel like you're enough, or you don't feel like you're chosen, or you're giving your power away to somebody else to choose you, that's when the problems are coming into play. It is up to you to make you valuable and to make yourself feel that on the inside, not because somebody else tells you you are. Okay? So you guys, figurefitlife.com, sign up for the 90-day transformation. If you're interested in learning the path of yoga and really becoming a yoga teacher, that I'm enrolling for too at solaceyogaschool.com. The early bird for that one ends June 21st. So your opportunity to save $500 is right now if you're interested in becoming a yoga teacher. And that's it. You guys, love you so much. Thank you for tagging friends on this video. Thank you for sharing. And then also, if you want to get that workbook that I talk about that we're doing all week long here with this Happy Healthy Fit book club, head to liznierzwicki.com and get the workbook and just sign up for the newsletter, and I'm emailing it out in the general email that I'm sending out on a weekly basis. So you'll get last week's, and then you'll get this week. Last week was goals, and this week is happy. Next week is healthy, and the week after that is going to be fit. So stay tuned, because if those are your goals, just adding this into the 90-day transformation or making this a part of your everyday morning is really going to help you solidify your own goals and your own path. All right, guys, so much love to you. Ciao.